Alright, it's Saturday morning, so I didn't do a great job of writing down highlights from Friday, and just wanted to throw together a video real quick to cover what's been going on in our chat room. Now, Thursday I was out, so I didn't make any calls Thursday because I wasn't there. And then Friday is kind of the final day of my tweaking. I put together, what do I call this? I guess a new trading strategy for the room. We've got a series of things that we look for, different types of setups that have served us well, adding a whole new dimension here. I've been tweaking a strategy I put together for a couple weeks now, and you see the horizontal lines there. I'll show you on a 5-minute basis what they mean, but going forward, I'm going to put them together as official calls, confident enough in what I put together now. And my goal is to make these kind of calls more mechanical, if you will. All right, take the emotion out of it. Here's the setup. It's doing exactly what we look for. Okay, now here's the entry. Here's where we sell some or cover some in a short, and then here's what we do with the stop, and so on. I've put together a list of rules that I've been basically paper trading for about 2 weeks now, and showing in chat with these lines that I'm getting ready to show you where the strategy gives an entry and where it puts the stop. Okay, so pretty happy with the results. Doesn't mean I won't tweak it going forward, but starting Monday, we're going to put it to work for real. Okay, anyway, so here's an example. GES was selling off early. His daily candles. I'll show you what it looked like at the opening bell. All right, it looked like this. These two lines represent, and I'll show you, this first bottom line is where I was projecting this live. When it looked like this is where I said I would short this right here using the strategy. Again, not official. Starting next week, I'm going to put them to work. I've seen enough now that I'm comfortable. Okay, anyway, this was the short idea on GES. This top blue horizontal line is my stop. Look what happens. So it's basically somewhere around 29. I'd have to say really, in the 28.90s, and the stop up here looks like around 29.14. Using that strategy, and it went all the way down over $1.20 or somewhere around $1.20 in our favor. 20 cents risk. You can see it never got stopped out. Another example on the long side was FLR. Nice gap up on Friday. This would have been my buy zone, and this would have been my stop. So, roughly, let me scroll over. Roughly 58.25 with a 58.05 stop. Those numbers might not be exact, but the lines, I put them in place live for our members. And so let's just say with 58.25, it did get to 59 without hitting the 20-cent stop. Later in the day, it rolled over, but not before giving a decent trade. There's a couple examples, and now I'm going by memory on my calls on Friday. Didn't do a lot of preparation for this video, I'm sorry. RIM was an idea I put forth, projected the chart live to our members. RIM on this little tight base here, I said I liked it over this base at 11.93 with an 11.83 stop. Basically because if you look at the daily, RIM is awfully beaten up 3 days in a row, hit new recent lows on Friday or Thursday, sorry. So yes, it hit new recent lows, but to me that wasn't time to short after 3 red days down to get there. Okay, so I'm actually thinking long on Friday, and it gave one of our cleaner setups a very tight base with the high of day still to the left. So 11.93 and 11.83 was my idea, and there it triggers on 11.93. My thinking was from there it might get through the high of the day, and if RIM gets through the high of the day, people might start jumping in long because they see RIM on the new highs ticker as beaten up as it is. You get that group mentality, hey, RIM is overdone to the downside, and they pile in. Now, it didn't exactly work out great, but 11.93, and there's that high of day break pop there, which shows you why it's much better to buy it here than to take the high of day break. 11.93 went to 12.14. Still a quick 20 cents if anyone in our room wanted to take that, and then it just meandered the rest of the day. I apologize. I really don't remember anything else from Friday. There was a lot of stuff going on. There was a lot of stocks that were interesting to me, but they fell in that crazy stock category, and you've got to have a filter for those too. So even if a stock is meeting everything you look for, price and volume wise, right? If it's a crazy stock with big spreads like Diamond Foods, for instance, I just can't touch them. They're just too crazy. If you watch them trade, you'll know what I mean. Geez, that was another one I could think of too. SPRD. I was interested in. I loved the gap up. I loved the volume. But again, it fell into my crazy category. I did give a long suggestion right about here. And I don't know how high it went up, about 20 cents over the course of the next 10 minutes. But I said this is one of those crazy ones. I even made the joke SPRD is short for spreads, which this thing has huge spreads. So when something meets your parameters and you still know it's a crazy stock, make that one of your parameters too. It's not worth it to me. I mean, when these crazy ones work in your favor, they work great. But whenever I see a stock that can jump a dime either way without any trades in between, that's more luck than skill involved with me. So I like the tight spreads. I like the higher volume, higher average volume stocks. Anyway, I'm not going to babble any further. Looking forward to next week. You should see a lot of videos with those horizontal lines next week from actual calls we make using our new strategy that I've been working on. All right, have a good weekend, and we'll see you guys Monday.